Praise God, praise God. So today I posed a challenge on my WhatsApp status regarding the um, giving tithe, and my question was between the gross salary and the net salary, what is the correct approach? Are we supposed to give a tithe for the gross salary or the net salary? And everyone has given me their thoughts, and most of the people are saying we should give our tithes from the net salary based on the fact that gross salary is basically what they tell you, but it's not what you're getting at hand because it comes after the deductions. And based on the responses I've got from different people, I realize that this is a perspective that many people have, believing that we should be giving our tithe from the net because net is what you're given at hand when you like get your salary at the end of the month. Based on the system of where you're working, you get that amount, and that amount you're getting is what you should, there's where your tithe should come from. But for me, this was a challenge in my heart, and I'm sharing my perspective. I think it's gonna be of help to other people. I believe that as you work, the gross salary, whether it's what you're having or you're not having it, is your salary. It is your money. I would say like that. It is your money. So even if there are deductions that are done from that money before you get the final amount you're getting, they're being deducted from your cash. For example, in our case in Tanzania, I know someone will take 10% to NSCF, then what remains after you take 10%, you take it to the TRA pay as you earn calculator, and you pay the tax. Then after doing that, the amount that remains is yours, in case you don't have you don't have to pay back money to the loans board or anything of that kind. What remains is what you get, is what you have in your bank account. But for me, I'm still 10% has to come from the wholesome figure, because your boss is not going to, as your boss is deducting NSSF or TRA pay as you earn, it is from your money. It was from your money. So in my opinion, I think 10% has to come from that wholesome amount before any deductions are made. But furthermore, I want to say this. This is what I feel challenged in my heart. I think the more we understand God, and the more we understand what He has done in our lives, and the more we grow in loving Him, learning to love Him, 10% becomes nothing. When I say nothing, I don't mean we should stop giving, but I say that you are not going to be giving as a religious duty, but you're going to be giving because of the love you have for God. So I sometimes don't like debates of should I give this or I should not give, maybe for nepios, maybe for people who are still very young in faith. But I think if you have grown in faith and you're still struggling whether you should actually, there are people who even debate, there are people who even take borrow from their tithe. I'm not trying to judge, but I'm saying the more you grow in a position of understanding what God has done in our lives, and what it means to give God, we're not going to debate about giving or not giving. Actually, this is how I look at tithe. I look at tithe as it is not that God is in need of your money. If God has started a church somewhere, has enabled people to start a ministry somewhere, and you're giving your tithes to that ministry, that church where you fellowship from, don't dare think that if you stop giving your tithe, the church is not going to operate. For me, I want to look at giving as an opportunity to co-work with God. Like every time I give, I should give cheerfully, knowing that I am having the honor to support the work of God. I'm having the honor to be among those that have been privileged to support the work of God. So how I think that we should change our perspective from giving religiously to giving out of love, to giving cheerfully, as the Bible says. God is pleased with a cheerful giver. And if you train yourself like that, like the sacrifice of Christ at Calvary is bigger than anything we can think about, So if you remember what Christ has done in our lives, you even realize whatever we are giving is lesser than what he did. And actually, there's a challenge I've had in my heart, and I realized there's something about giving. Look at this. You have 100 million today as a profit or a payment for whatever you did. And what God is asking from you is only 10 million from 100 million. And see how you debate why the rest of the 90 million is going to be yours. So for me, this is how I define giving, especially for tithe. There are proper theological and biblical definitions, but the tithing system, I look at it as a system, like, we can debate about other things, but we can't debate about tithe. So I look at it as a system which our hearts, we are being trained to make sure our hearts are not so much attached to loving money and wealthy. What am I trying to say? I mean, it's a system that God has helped us to teach us to learn to love him, at least with a little. You'll agree with me, 10% is a little percent based on the fact that the rest of the amount is yours. So like, we are being reminded, that's how I look at it, that I blessed you with 100. Let this 10 do something for my kingdom. So if you find yourself struggling with 10th, to me it feels like you have not really understood what it means to give. You feel like, now if I give, how am I going to survive? And you're forgetting that it's God who blessed you. But if you understand that it's God who blessed you, you're just going to train yourself to continue giving and giving. And now I hear testimonies of people that are successful, and some people give even 90% to God and they stay with 10%. I'm not saying that you should copy and paste it, but I'm saying at least we should learn to understand that the sacrifice at Calvary is much bigger than any amount of money you can give. So let's not give as a religious duty, but let's give with a cheerful heart, knowing that we are partaking in a blessing of following the gospel, knowing that it's a wonderful opportunity to co-work with God through our giving, knowing that the more we give, the more we are learning to depend on God. We know he is the giver and he is the taker. So I just wanted to share that opinion, and I hope it's going to be of help to the word of Christ. God bless you.